Hi, this is Sai Saushati and I'm a legal intern at Lexan Company. Today I'm going to talk about the trade dress that is there under the Trademark Act 1999. Trade dress has not been explicitly mentioned in the Trademarks Act and that has not been clearly defined, but there is the definition of trademark which include the trade dress also. So what is trade dress? First question comes what is the definition of trade dress? The next comes the what is trade dress under the Trademarks Act 1999, and third comes the right that are given under the trade dress. So first coming to the definition of the trade dress, we know that the visual perception plays a very important role. Like if we see something in the market, that is very easy to remember, and the visual perception, with the visual perception we can easily associate that thing with the thing that we want. Like the source of the product can be associated with the visual perception that we are seeing. This is why the importance of trade dress comes into play. Trade dress refers to the visual appearance of any product that may include shape, size, color, combination, packaging, etc. Some important example of trade dress are the Coca-Cola bottles. Like they are of different shape, like a particular shape that is associated with Coca-Cola bottle, and that cannot be used by anyone else. So that shape is the trade dress of Coca-Cola company. As I said, trademark has not been defined under any of the sections of the trademark directly under the Trademarks Act 1999. But the trade dress has been defined in the US scenario of in the Lemons Act under section 43A. It has defined what is a trade dress. But if we see in India, the trade dress has not been defined under the Trademark Act 1999 directly. But trade dress has been defined under the Act indirectly, like in the section 2ZB of the Trademarks Act 1999. 2ZB talks about three important definitions that are included for a trademark. First one is the trademark has to be a mark. This mark has been defined under the section 2M of the Act. 2M doesn't say what are the characteristics. It's just an inclusion of the things that will consider a trademark. It says the shape, logo, symbols, shape, packaging also include trademark. The second point is to qualify a trademark, the mark has to be graphically represented and should be distinct. This is the second, that is the statutory requirements that are required for a trademark to get registered. And the third one says that the trademark should include the shape of goods, combination of colors. The color trademark is also there, like is under the non-conventional trademark. So the third point that is there in the section 2ZB talks about include the shape of goods, combination of colors and packaging. So indirectly in section 2ZB trade dress has been mentioned, like the protection of trade dress is necessary. Now comes for the protection of trade dress. The trade dress can be protected under the Trademarks Act 1999. Even it is not registered, like registration is required for protecting the trademark under the act, that is the Trademark Act 1999. If the product or the trade dress has not been registered under the Trademarks Act 1999, then it can be registered, it can be protected under the law of passing off. So we have learned that in the law of passing off there is no requirement of registration of the trademark, but there is a requirement of the well-known of the product, that is the owner of the trademark has obtained a goodwill among the customers. So for invoking the law of passing off in the trade dress, the plaintiff must prove this following fact, like the trade dress of the plaintiff product has acquired distinctiveness or is being distinctive with a good reputation, and there has been associated a goodwill which is built over time by the owner, and it cannot be deceived by the competitor or the one who infringed the trademark. The second one is that the plaintiff trade dress is deceptive, similar, and it is used by the third party to ride on the goodwill of the plaintiff. And the third one is the creation or the confusion in the minds of consumer are due to the similar packaging or look or feel of the two products. That means confusion plays a good role in creating the in invoking the law of passing off. So the trade dress are also protected under the law of passing off. If it is protected under the Trade Marks Act 1999, it is very easy to prove. Like if the owner has the ownership rights over the trade dress, then it is easily protected, and it said that other party has infringed the mark. But in the case of passing off, we have to prove the well-knownness, goodwill of the producer of the trademark and the genuinity that is associated with the owner of the trademark. So that's it for this video. Thank you.